Hey guys, good morning or good afternoon, early evening. There were a couple of things on this video I did yesterday I forgot to point out to you, and I just want to go over it again. Pan Am PA flight number 101. 101 is the 101 freeway. It's also the code name for anything that is owned by the federal government. Passenger boarded at London, England, Lynn M. Douglas, 1959. You know, what's weird, when I started looking at this, it says 86 at the top, right? 86 right there at the top. 25173. Commonwealth of Kentucky. All right, I just want to show you some things. If you look up Charles Ferris, he has authority under the royal family to take out a warrant against rights for the Queen. Look him up. I can show it to you, but I'm just telling you. Linda Cook works for the U.S. Army. So in the name of the Father and, the Son and the Holy Ghost, maybe this is the Holy Ghost. I don't know. I guess so. So this is the government breeding program. And this thing down at the bottom, it's Jim Malone. Jim Pop Malone. Okay, so let me go here. See. Hang on. The other thing I want to show you is that the lower course of that river, they're talking about a river, the lower river. They're talking Old River. So they are actually targeting people by age. Even if you don't know your age, I don't really know my age due to what they've done. But I wanted to show you a couple of other things. Okay, Charles Ferris. He's a proud royal warrant holder to the Queen. And he sells church supplies and church candles. Also, Gumps came up, Forrest Gump. And then I looked up Jim Pop Malone. He's a Democratic. His name is Jim Pop Malone. Democrat. So let's see. The man who makes money talk. And then the person I'm supposedly married to is Dwayne. And Dwayne is a person hang on a minute. Jim Pop Malone. 86. Keith Dwayne Ferris. Okay, I'm sorry, I got that name wrong. Valley Station neighborhood. I think that's pretty weird. Keith Dwayne Ferris. So this person is Michael Dwayne Ferris, an inmate currently confined at BCI Beaumont. And when you read it, he's asking for something in this document that's kind of odd. And the answer is very weird. And it's done by somebody named Crone, which I also find weird. Memorandum, opinion, and order. Petitioner Michael D. Wayne Ferris, an inmate currently confined at FCI Beaumont, proceeding pro se. P.S. Filed this petition for writ of habeas corpus pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 2241. All right, I guess we need to look at what this is. Writs of habeas corpus may be granted by the Supreme Court, any justice thereof, the district courts, and any circuit judge within their respective jurisdictions. It shall not extend to a prisoner unless he's in custody under or by color of the authority of the United States, or is committed for trial. He's in custody for an act done or omitted in pursuance of an act of Congress. He's in custody in violation of the Constitution. All right. So you can petition for an act, for habeas corpus, but if they've stolen all of your money and rights to earn money and your ovaries using a warrant system that goes, through the Queen, you'll know why I couldn't get a lawyer on American soil or when I got hit by a bus overseas, right? The lawyers would take the case, then they would find out that I'm under authority of the Queen, and she doesn't want me to live, I guess. She doesn't, she's working with the military on this project to take organs out to create new babies. I really believe they're creating babies and selling them to other people to torture. So the other thing I found that's pretty interesting is I was looking up, the Douglas Trust. And it's under Federal Housing Authority. So when I complained to the Federal Housing Authority of things that happened to me, they knew already what happened to me because they're the ones doing the trust. So it's Douglas Community Land Trust. So they provide you, while depriving you of any rights in America, they provide you for torture. They hire men. You are not in control. Cynthia Ruff. It's CYNTHIA RUFF under Someday, SUMDAY Vacations, has full power of authority, and they're forging my name, claiming that I'm giving them the legal right to do anything they want. It literally says do anything they want. That means torture, rape, vandalism to my car. It means theft of property. And she is getting, I don't know if she's getting sued, but Someday Vacations is in a lawsuit right now about something. I don't know. But Douglas CLT Community Land Trust. Presentation for National Housing Conference, Solutions for Affordable Housing. So they're enslaving children, depriving children who are Christian and white. Now you guys know, like that Cher song says, I might be a half-breed. Which still, wouldn't justify them killing me or taking out all of these life insurance policies against me. Puts control into the hands of the community. So, when you look at all of the people that targeted me, told me to kill myself, posed as boyfriends when they were really federal contractors, I started thinking about providing entertainment to servicemen. Maybe that's entertaining for them to torture children. I don't know, or torture adults. Here it says the Ark, building bridges across the river. Bridge Park Equitable Development Plan, preservation of EOTR homes, but they're not saying how they're getting the money. Now, when I was at Los Angeles City College, they were saying that they need $1 billion to change what's going on in the foster care system. $1 billion. The only way they can get $1 billion is through the Department of Defense. And they don't worry about what that means. They don't worry if that means theft of ovaries, if that means rape. They don't worry about how the Department of Defense, under the Secretary of Defense and BIA, which is the Bureau of Indian Affairs, which the military has long used, the Bureau of Indian Affairs and casinos to, hide the scheme, claiming that this is land rights and water rights, all of these things. So they're getting this money from a child that they have put into a research study and, tortured. Pressing need to act now, NOW, now. Again, we got the looming figure of Frederick Douglass, and they're putting it under Frederick Douglass for their civil rights, but it's not what they're doing to people like me. I know that I'm not the only one, and I don't want to say that it's not happening to other people, but when you put a trust and everything on this trust keeps saying white, it's just very weird. So they're, white children are considered redundant dwellings, and they're called a DP3 dwelling by the city council. And I showed you that the city council is getting, they're getting some kind of trouble. I don't know who Tonya Michelle Ferris is, or Ronald Eugene Ferris, or Wayne Thomas. I haven't looked those people up, but I do know that 11 is the harvesting number. It's also the angel number. Every time an angel dies, every time you hear a bell, an angel gets its wings. An angel's being killed. They're being murdered, and they are Christian. I'm not saying I'm the only group. We're the only group persecuted, but when I went to Catholic Church, they're talking about people being held enslaved until they're 70 so that they can't bear children. And they're doing it through the written scriptures, and they're praying for those children every day while knowing how they're being tortured through this scheme I'm showing you. So there's Slater King, cousin of Martin Luther King, talking about the Albany movement. Open themselves, OTC. Operated by a dozen black farmers. How community land trust works. Community land trusts keep properties affordable and in the hands of communities by putting only the properties, not the land, they occupy on the market and allowing only those on low incomes to buy. Well, we know that's not true because of the people, we got Richard Branson bragging about how, there are some good points of an older woman. I mean, he's saying horrible stuff in the media, and Richard Branson owns Virgin Atlantic. He owns a lot of